Hey, people, it's Sean Brooks, the realtor, aka Mr. The real estate guy. I want to talk to you about something that's pressing, excuse me, in real estate right now. So for all you guys that's preparing to get ready to buy a house, what I want you to do is do not procrastinate. Some buyers a few years ago procrastinated. They said they were going to save money. They were going to wait and then go at it next year. And I always try to give the best professional advice. I try to educate so that people will understand. I know that sounds like the right approach, but when you're close, you got to go for it. And the reason why I was saying that was last year and 2 years ago. I mean, we were shopping during the pandemic, and with pandemics, anything and everything can happen, and it has. It has. I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna bring you guys up to speed. With those buyers, they basically were priced out. At least with one of them right now, they're priced out. What they could have gotten years back was a brand new home for less money, and they wasn't happy with one aspect of the home. And I'm trying to explain to everybody, and I want to explain this to you guys. No matter how much money you have, whether you have 600, 700, whatever the number is, you're not going to get every single thing in your house. It's going to be something that's not going to be there. So I want you guys to understand that you got to concede on some things. I did myself, but I actually made the best move because now my house is worth, so it's nice. So I made some correct moves with real estate. All right, so let me bring you up to speed. Of course, you know, we were in a pandemic. If you heard on the news, you heard supply chain problems in every aspect of life almost, especially with the supermarket segment and clothing and anything cars. We've been affected. This is why the inflation rate, let's see what it is right now. I think it was it's 7.9, but I just want to say 7.9. That's historic. That's a 40-year high. So we've seen some historical things happen from a financial perspective in our lives. We had the lowest interest rates at one point, and now those interest rates are increasing. So I want you guys to be aware. Inflation, increasing interest rates, it can take away some of your buying power. But I want you to understand that in the same breath with inflation and interest rates creeping up, the prices are going bananas right now. And if you look at this article right here, this is the reason why. It's based on business principles. You learn this in business school: supply, demand. The demand is high, the supply is low. So for the homes that's available, you're gonna fight, you're gonna battle, you're gonna bid, you're gonna get outbid in many cases. I just lost tonight again with a client, but we're okay because I prepared them for this. Now another house came on the market that we're positioned well for, so we're going to take our best shot. That's the only thing you can do these days, because the sellers are taking the best offer for them financially, pretty much. So I want you guys to understand this is the climate that we're in. I work well in any environment, whether it's a seller's market, buyer's market, even. I'm well trained in both. And I will explain some things as I go along with this video. But what I want you to see is here's the way the climate looks. So I put this house up on the market Monday. By Tuesday, we already had like 40, 48 showings. Now we're at 63. And they got up until Saturday to get their offers in. I have plenty of offers on the table already, and a few more just showed up. So it's a nightmare for the agent. It's a blessing for the seller. It's a blessing for me too, but it's a nightmare to show a lot of offers, present a lot of offers to the seller. All right. So I want you to understand some things. So if you heard the news that Zillow bought a whole bunch of properties and they overpaid, they had to cut their workforce by 25%. All right. I want to break this down for you so you understand it. They're not in a bad position because what they did was they changed the comps within that area. So here's how it works. You're in a neighborhood where the homes are selling for $250,000. I come along as a company and I buy that next one at $295,000. All right. Then what I then turn around and do is I sell that first one, but I bought 10. I bought 10 for $295,000. I then turn around and sell it for $330,000. Right. But what you did was the other ones you're buying for a less amount. Right. So you set the first one up so that you can raise that one, and it's your money, so you can control whether a buyer gets, the loan. You set that up that way. So then when I sell them at 330, I pay very little for the first one to pump it. So basically, let me retract. So when I come to the market, it's 250. I might pay 260. I want to bump it up slightly. I then turn around and buy a whole bunch of them at like 260, but then I'm selling them at 330. Right. So you can change the comps as like artificial changing the market. And that's what Zillow actually did. So they're not in a bad position. Many hedge funds are hitting the market right now, buying houses to prevent you guys from getting houses. And the reason why they're doing that is this. They turn those houses into rentals. So you don't want to be in a rental too long because, you are paying a mortgage. It's just not in your name. So let's do this. Let me go in. I want you guys to see. And then I'm going to break it down currently, the environment. All right, so we're going to do leasing. I want you to see, we're just going to use where I operate at, Newcastle County, which is a huge county in Delaware. We'll do 1799 to 2000. Change that up. All right, so we got one available, right? But what I want to show you is this. All right, so we're going to take away active. We're going to take away coming soon. So this isn't within a 6-month period. So this many rentals were listed and went under contract. So somebody rented those properties, 69 people. That's a lot of properties, right? In a market where it's low inventory. So they're getting you for the rentals and they're getting you locked in 17, 19. That's a nice mortgage that you can have on a property. So what I wanted you to see is this, though. There's a couple things that happen that caused the inventory to go down. Number one, we had COVID. People they're hesitant to put their house on the market, have people coming in and out their house, might leave some germs. So I understood that. But in the same breath, it was a whole bunch of people moving. We were working the whole time in Delaware. We were working because we had a job to do. Now, the thing is this, the demand is up, the supply is low. But this right here, this generation right here is huge. It's bigger than the baby boomer generation. The average age for them to buy is between 27 and 33. I think 33 was the number that I was throwing out there, but it says here in Google 27. All right, but it's 71 million 71 million of those guys, right? Let's see, I don't have it up there. But it's 71 million millennials that's going to hit the market that's looking to buy a house. Now, if you look at this data, it says the millennials now make up 43% of home buyers. 43%. That's a huge number, and that number is going to increase, right? And it increased since last year by 6%. So that's going to continue. Now, those guys, they're highly educated. They have great paying jobs, as they say, and they're going to continue to be looking to buy. So with low inventory, big demand, the prices aren't going nowhere. So when you see stories like this, let me see if I got it. Just to show you like inventory for the month. And this is typical all over the country. It's definitely in Delaware. But what I want you to see is when you see stories like this, do not listen to it. You 1 second. All right, we're gonna do 2022. All right, so a whole bunch of these stories is out here. It's a popular topic. This is how many people with highest views, average views, subscribers, right? This company right here, right, is ran by, let's see, this guy here, where he's at. And all he does is do videos on the market is going to crash. The market is going to crash. All right, I'm going to explain why it's not. All right, the reason why it's not going to crash. Here's another guy. He does a lot of those videos too. But the reason why it's not going to crash is this. Unlike the last crisis, which was mortgages that were sold to people that couldn't afford a mortgage. They were called ARM mortgages, which stood for adjustable rate mortgage. What it meant was today you bought the house, the mortgage was $1,000 because you're only paying interest. That's an interest only loan for a certain period of time. Then the rate adjusts. So you could have started off with a 2.0 rate, interest rate, and then when it adjusted 5%. I'm just giving a hypothetical example, but the mortgage would go up. So person's paying $1,000, they could afford it. Now it shoots up $2,200, they can't. So that's where all these people lost their house. That's why all these people lost their house. That's what caused the market to crash, because you had 45% of mortgages in that situation. So the market crashed, and then we fought our way out of the crash. This time around, the pandemic caused the issue, right? But it was a group of people that was already going to foreclosure, but because when the laws changed, they couldn't foreclose on them. Now they're starting to foreclose on those houses. But the houses that was end results from the pandemic, they're not going to foreclose on those. They already set those up. They got arrangements with the home owners. So that's not going to happen. Don't be waiting for the market to crash. Buy real estate and wait. That's the analogy. So you have increasing interest rates, increasing prices. This is going to last for about 5 to 10 years, possibly, because the builders are down 5 million homes. There's an article out there. You can research it. So we needed 5 more million homes to keep up with the demand. Reason why, I mean, over the last 10 years, they built less homes than they did in the past. So now this is why we're in this situation. Why am I telling you guys? I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to benefit off of you buying. What I'm trying to tell you, like, you want to get in now, because if you get in now, you will receive appreciation from your purchase. The housing prices aren't going down. They're just not. Very rarely do you ever see housing prices go down when demand is so great. That's never going to happen. This is basic business, supply and demand. You see what happened with the cars during the pandemic. They didn't have no cars. Cars are now worth more money. So they even paid people to sell their cars. And I just recently received a letter to buy my car, and they're paying me back. They're paying me more than what the car was worth. And I actually drove it, which is tremendous. Is a great thing. I'm not selling it, no, but that's a beautiful thing because that hasn't been done in history of cars in the car industry. So what I want you guys to do, if you had a setback, if you had a little hiccup, if you're got off a little track, just give me a call, 302-285-9604. If I haven't worked with you, give me a call anyway. You can go on my Instagram page, Sean Brooks Realtor. You can click on there and set an appointment. I'll be delighted to sit down, talk to you, give you some guidance, try to help you out as much as possible, because the luxury of being able to buy a home is kind of being stripped away. Okay, hedge funds, professional organizations, they're out here. I received a letter from one, so I know that that's real. I received an offer for a property I was listing. So let's work together. Your goals is my goals. This is my motto. You want to get a house, we're going to get a house. I'll put together my team, myself. We will figure it out for you, give you solutions, real solutions to help you get in the home. All right. So if you need me, give me a call, 302-285-9604. If you have any questions, which is key, I will be delighted to answer those for you. All right. So you guys take care. I'm going to get finished working now.